A while back, I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. One day, Todd Howard came in, and this was before Oblivion, before Skyrim. This is a long time ago. Todd Howard came in, and he looks up at the menu, and he says, "I'll have the steak, and the ribs, and the liver. What kind of liver is that? Whose liver is that?" I said, "We don't have anything like that. We just have what's on the menu." And he rolls his eyes, and he says, "All right, I'll have 10 cheese pizzas and 5 pitchers of Dr. Pepper." And I tell him, "Well, we don't have pitchers. You can just get the drinks yourself." And he looks at me and he says, "I said 5 pitchers of Dr. Pepper. And we don't have pitchers." So I told him that again. We don't have pitchers. And he just rolled his eyes and said, "This is why you have to work here. You don't listen to anybody." And so he gives me Pete Hines' credit card. He told me it was okay. And then he goes over and sits down in the waiting area where the tables are. That's actually where you eat. And he just sits there, arms crossed, sour look on his face. "Who's this?" And we get the 10 cheese pizzas all cooked up and get them out there. And he's just sitting there. And I didn't realize it at the time until I walked over there and said, "Hey, how's your pizza?" He was staring at the arcade, and he asked me, "What the hell is that stuff over there?" I said, "Oh, that's the arcade. That's where the video games are." And he says, oh. He's like, "Oh," he doesn't say he doesn't say anything. His eyes get really big. He says, "Mm-hmm." He walks over there and he wanders around for a bit. And I'm helping some other customers, and he comes over and says, "Hey, where's your Morrowind machine?" I said, "What?" "Your Morrowind machine. You said there were video games over there. I don't see your Morrowind machine. Where is it?" I said, I don't think we have one. Just whatever we have is just over there in the arcade." And he says, "Well, I've got copies of Morrowind right here. Put them on the machine for me." I said, "I don't think it works like that." And he said, "Oh, you're not letting me do this again? The customer isn't always right." So he walks over to one of the machines, takes one of the CDs out. He starts trying to jam it into the coin slot. And he's just ramming it there, and he breaks the CD in his hand. And he comes over to me and says, "Your stupid machine broke my Morrowind CD. What the hell are you going to do about it?" I said, "I told you that's not going to work. And that was a coin slot you were trying to shove it into." And he just gives me another sour look. And he goes over to where all the pizzas are. And one by one, he picks them up and throws them like a frisbee into the arcade. And so there's pizza sauce and cheese going everywhere. And the little kids are crying. And a whole bunch of adults are really, really angry. And then he takes a cup of Dr. Pepper, and he just goes over to one of the machines, just pours it all over the top of it and shorts it up. And my manager comes over and says, "Hey, you're going to have to kick out Todd Howard." And I said, "All right." And I go after him, and I said, "Sir, sir, sir." He's not even looking back. He goes out one of the fire exits. Door closes. Had to be just 1 second later. I open it up. I look out there. He's gone. There's just this really fat woman out there eating a turkey leg. And then I realized later that was actually Todd Howard and his best friend, because she had 4 feet, and I think he was hiding under her dress. And that's one of the first times I met Todd Howard.